Alternatives for 10 overrated fragrances. Hi everyone, I'm Jolima from Scented Moments channel, where I help you to discover the amazing world of perfumery. So in this video I have here 10 fragrance alternatives to the 10 overrated fragrances that I recorded a month ago. So in that video I talked about the 10 fragrances that I think they are not that great, but they are super popular nonetheless. It was a popular video, I would say, here in the channel, a bit controversial. It's always when we have a more negative approach, but it was still very fun to record, and also fun to watch the comments and to discuss that topic. And some of you actually asked me to film a video of alternative fragrances, so here it is. And so this is in no specific order, so this is just, I will just name the overrated perfume and the alternative. And if you still haven't checked that video, that kind of controversial video, I will leave the link in the description box down below. Also, bear in mind that the purpose of this video is just to name alternative fragrances that are not necessarily a clone or very similar. No, these are genuine alternatives. So these are fragrances that are like in the same genre or have like some similar aspects, like they are both sweet, but in the end the purpose of this video is just to mention different perfumes, different smelling perfumes that could create the same purpose, and that are better in my opinion. Some of these fragrances that I'll mention are definitely similar, but just because the fragrances that are overrated actually are inspired by those fragrances that already existed and that are still better alternatives. And actually, this will be the point of the first alternative. So the fragrance that I mentioned in that video that it was very overrated, it's Angel Shares by Killian. And so in my opinion, the best alternative is Ambre Narguile by Hermes. And because this fragrance was released in 2004, created by Jean-Claude Ellena. And this fragrance actually is an inspiration to several perfumes that were later released. For example, Oajan by Parfum de Malle. Actually, I do love that one. I think it's a more richer and intenser version of Ambre Narguile. But Angel Shares is, I really do not understand. We already have Oajan. We do not need more, in my opinion. But yes, Angel Shares, it's incredibly hyped. And I don't understand why, because in the end, Ambre Narguile is a superior fragrance. It's definitely more well-balanced, more elegant, and more natural smelling, in my opinion. So just go with Ambre Narguile by Hermes in the end. Even it's better than Parfum de Malle or Oajan. Although Oajan has better performance, but I love the transparency of Ambre Narguile. Unfortunately, I have yet to add that fragrance to my collection, and I have that fragrance, Ambre Narguile, forever on my wish list. But I hope to add it someday to my perfume collection. But yes, Ambre Narguile, if you want this gourmandy, delicious cinnamon honey cupcake type of smell, just go with Ambre Narguile by Hermes. Now the next fragrance that it's incredibly overrated is Baccarat Rouge 540, the Eau de Parfum. I actually do not mind of the extrait. And so if you want that same genre, just go with the extrait. I think it's better, although more expensive. But the alternative that I will suggest you, it's very different from Baccarat Rouge, but it serves the same purpose. It's also very sweet, but in a different way. And I think it's superior in my opinion. So it's from the house of Ramon Monegal, and this one is Flamenco. And this year they released the extrait version of Flamenco, which I'm very curious to try. Actually, Flamenco is one of the most popular fragrances from the brand Ramon Monegal, if not the most popular. Flamenco is a sweet jammy rose with a heavy dose of raspberry and musk. So sexy, so delicious, so yummy, so addicting. I absolutely love this fragrance, but again, very different from Baccarat Rouge. Baccarat Rouge it's very cotton candy-ish type of sweetness. With, for me, it has like a latex feeling to it. Here you don't get neither cotton candy, neither latex. It does have like a metallic feeling to it, slightly. Like the rose has a slight metallic nuance, but in the end, this is a sweet, jammy raspberry rose with musk. Love this perfume. Absolutely glorious fragrance, incredibly long lasting. This is like a powerhouse type of perfume. You need to go easy on the trigger here. Flamenco by Ramon Monegal, definitely a better alternative to Baccarat Rouge 540, not smelling like Baccarat Rouge 540. The next fragrance that I think it's a bit overrated, although is the most underrated of this overrated list, if that makes sense. It's from the house of Italie Orange, and it's You or Someone Like You. It gets a lot of attention, especially in the warmer weather. I was so hyped to try that one, but I was incredibly disappointed on my skin. I love the opening, like the first 5 minutes are amazing mint, but it really falls apart after that. It's very harsh and synthetic after that, and it has this heavy toothpaste feel. Really, on my skin, simply does not work, unfortunately. And for me, the best alternative for You or Someone Like You is from the house of Guerlain, and it is Herba Fresca. And I have Herba Fresca from Guerlain from the Aqua Ligoria collection. I have it on my collection, but it's in Lisbon, so I was not able to bring it to Lithuania yet. I mean, it was impossible to carry out over 400, no, 500, but well, that's another topic, bottles just at one time, and I didn't want to risk it, to be honest. So I just left still the majority of my collection in Lisbon, and so Herba Fresca is one of them. And for me, Herba Fresca is still the best fresh mint perfume to this day. It's really a natural smelling fresh mint, a bit citrusy. It's so perfect for the spring and summertime. Absolutely love it, and it's really a better alternative for You or Someone Like You. And if you can really purchase it in the online discounters for also cheaper price, so I think it's really a no-brainer. I mean, if you want something more intense, like a more intensified mint, you can also go with Geranium pour Monsieur by Frederic Malle, which I also have, but it's in Lisbon. But you can also go with that one. More expensive. Performance is better though, but yes, the mint is a bit more toothpastey, slightly more toothpastey, but equally amazing still. So yes, you have these two alternatives, but I would say that Herba Fresca, if you want to keep the freshness, Herba Fresca is more fresh and more zesty with that brilliant natural smelling mint. So yes, one of the two, but I think I would go better. I would suggest you to go first with Herba Fresca for the price, and of course the price quality, it's better than the Geranium pour Monsieur by Frederic Malle. The next fragrance that I think it's overrated, it's from the house of Amouage, and I love Amouage. It's one of my favorite niche brands out there, and this one was released last year actually, and it is King Blue. Not a fan of King Blue. I mean, I love the first 5 minutes, amazing pungent animalic oud, but then falls apart into a sweet cotton candy fragrance. I mean, really, I didn't understand the need for that, and kind of reminds me of like a Baccarat Rouge style of fragrance. And so if you want to maintain the oud, the animalic oud nuances, still having some mild sweetness, just go with another fragrance from the same brand, Amouage Silver Oud. And I actually purchased this one like a couple of months ago, and it's been one of my most worn fragrances to this day, and I love this one. This is currently my favorite oud fragrance. It's an animalic, smoky, resinous, slightly sweet oud with spices, very dark perfume. But funny enough, I already received quite a few compliments while wearing this one, and my fiance actually loves this one on me. But she loves oud fragrances, surprisingly. But then again, she has good taste in fragrances, of course. But yeah, Silver Oud is amazing, and I think it's a much better alternative to King Blue. Even I don't understand the name King Blue. Silver Oud is a far superior perfume. Absolutely love this one. If you love oud fragrances, man, this is a must try, to say the least. It's Amouage Silver Oud from the Opus collection. The next fragrance that is incredibly overrated, and I don't know why they released that fragrance. I mean, I'm not a fan of the name. It's tacky, the price point is obscene, and the smell is nothing special. And actually, it's copying or heavily inspired by another existing fragrance. So the fragrance that it's overrated is Tom Ford's Vanilla Sex, and that literally smells like BDK Parfum Velvet Tonka. Same, really the same. To my nose, in my opinion, smells like BDK Velvet Tonka, which I have, but again, it's in Lisbon. And I absolutely love that fragrance. I mean, was love at first sniff, very unique. So it's like a licoricey vanilla tonka bean, like almondy vanillic tonka bean fragrance. Reminds me of a Portuguese liqueur called Narguile. Really smells like it, that we usually drink it during the summertime. And Vanilla Sex by Tom Ford literally smells like that. And you pay like double or triple the price by a fragrance that already exists. So yes, do not pay for Vanilla Sex. I mean, of course, try it for yourself. You might have a different opinion, but really, if you have the chance, compare both side by side, and you will see, and maybe you will see what I'm talking about, and you will agree, because Velvet Tonka was released way earlier than Vanilla Sex. So yes, Velvet Tonka, definitely a better alternative to Vanilla Sex by Tom Ford. And the next fragrance that it's incredibly overrated, it's from the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. And Jean-Paul Gaultier lately has been having so much attention lately. I mean, really, every fragrance that they are popping up, it's hyped immediately. I don't know what's going on there. But yes, so I had the opportunity to smell Elixir, Le Male Elixir. It's a sweetness bomb, very synthetic, very harsh, not great at all. And to be honest, a better alternative, again, and it does not smell like Elixir, Le Male Elixir, but it's equally sweet, but it's sweet done right, and it's more elegant, way more elegant, and well done. It's sweetness done right. It's from the house of Cartier in the end, and this is Pasha de Cartier Parfum. Beautiful looking bottle. So Pasha de Cartier Parfum, it's sweet. It has like a booziness, like a cognac feeling here. Very ambery, have amber in here, vanilla with lavender. So you have the fougère qualities from the original Pasha. But yeah, this has like this ambery, vanillic, boozy sweetness in here, but it's done to perfection. It's again sweetness done right with a very nice lavender in here. Absolutely love this one. I think this is way better in my opinion than Le Male Elixir, and it's sweet. It's playful, but it's more elegant because the lavender here, it's more pronounced and it's better done. So yes, I think it's more elegant. I think it's more sophisticated and still having some playfulness because of the sweetness in here. Absolutely love this one. Just go with Pasha de Cartier Parfum if you want a sweet perfume, long lasting, but with an elegant touch. The next fragrance that I think it's a bit overrated, it's Accento by Xerjoff. And again, Xerjoff is one of my favorite niche brands out there. But Accento, and you also have Overdose. Overdose is not, it's not as bad though. Overdose, I can see the hype, but I think there are better fruity fragrances, better alternative fruity fragrances, and this is one of them. Now, this is very different from Accento again, or Accento Overdose, but it's equally fruity and sweet. This is from the house of Frederic Malle, and it is music for a while. This is the best pineapple accord that you will smell, period. And Accento also has a strong pineapple accord, but here it's better in my opinion. So this is a realistic, juicy, sweet pineapple, like the pineapple slices, and you're eating with your hands, and you feel like the juice running through your fingers. It's the image that this transmits. Incredibly realistic pineapple accord with the most beautiful lavender note and patchouli. Amazing fragrance. Very artistic, playful at the same time. One of the best creations from Frederic Malle, in my opinion. It's a masterpiece. I consider this to be a masterpiece, and it has this amazing fruity pineapple that I think it's far superior to even Cruz Aventus or to any other pineapple perfume. So yes, Music for a While, definitely better than Accento in my opinion, if you want that fruitiness, sweet fruitiness, but also if you want to deviate from the pineapple, and if you just want like a tropical fruity fragrance, Xerjoff has one that I consider to be the best fruity fragrance from Xerjoff, which is Cruz del Sur 2, which is for me the best mango accord ever. It's milky, a bit vanillic with this, and the mango is just realistic, super realistic. So yes, Cruz del Sur 2 by Xerjoff. If you want still like an alternative within the Xerjoff universe, Cruz del Sur 2, I have it, it's in Lisbon. But if you want a pineapple fragrance, or fragrance with a pineapple accord, yeah, Music for a While is the one for you, period. Now the next alternative is an alternative to Oud For Greatness by Initio. That fragrance is so hyped. I don't understand why, but a better, way better alternative is from the house of Pantheon, Roma, Annone. And literally, I think I'm the only one who has been hyping up this fragrance, but I love it. I absolutely love this fragrance. It was one of the best discoveries of last year, one of my most complimented fragrances of last year. Great performance. This is an extrait de parfum, and so this has raspberry, strawberry, so yes, it's very fruity and juicy, with oud, rose, musk, and woods. It has also woods, but more musky, more like a creamy musk with oud, rose, and raspberry and strawberry, and vanilla. It's also a bit vanillic. It's so damn good, so good. And this could also be an alternative to Baccarat Rouge 540. It's sweet, it's playful, but it's incredibly sexy, and it's better done in my opinion. It comes across as a more high quality fragrance. I love the fruitiness in here, love the vanilla, love the wood here is definitely, you can feel the wood, unlike Oud For Greatness. Here you can definitely feel the oud, but of course it's not your animalic oud, it's definitely more your, let's call it westernized oud. But it's definitely here with rose, vanilla, and red berries like the raspberry and the strawberry actually. The strawberry actually, you can smell it right in the opening. But nothing here, I mean, it's not the most natural smelling fragrance, of course not, but it's not harsh. You know, it's not harsh, it's not very synthetic. It's really done right. It's a fruity, sweet, woodsy fragrance done right. And I absolutely love it because of that, really. And the performance is great. You can wear this all type of scenarios. You can wear this all year round. Yeah, it's Annone by Pantheon, Roma. Check this one out if you have yet to. And last, but by no means least, the last alternative is, this fragrance is an alternative to the scent Elixir by Hugo Boss. And because for me that fragrance was really not great. But actually the alternative is also from Hugo Boss, also from the scent collection. And so yes, it's better. It's really better, a better alternative, and it is the scent Magnetic. Now I don't have it in my collection, although I had the opportunity to try it when I also tried the scent Elixir, and I much prefer the Magnetic version. the scent elixir, I think it's too harsh. I think it's way too synthetic. The magnetic, it's more well balanced. It's sweet. It's still very sweet, but I think it's more elegant. You have a bigger dose of vanilla. It's a bit cereal as well, and I loved that cereal touch actually, with the maninka fruit also being present there. I absolutely love that one. I think the scent magnetic is a far superior perfume than the scent elixir. So just go with the magnetic version in my opinion. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below what other alternatives would you suggest, and thank you for your ongoing support. See you in the next video, guys. Ciao.